Alright, greetings and salutations all. We should probably get... we'll listen to the Factorio music for now, but we definitely need to get the Discord up and running in case people decide to jump in. Alright, as you may have noticed, this is the new Factorio 17, currently 17.6. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been paying too close attention to the updates and stuff like that. There we go. Everything looks like it's running now. Running too closely. I've watched a few Catherine Sky videos. I've watched, obviously, a couple of Neil House videos and a little bit of his live stream. But we're gonna check it out our own selves. New game. Part of me wants to just leave everything on default. Whatever. Alright, terrain, water. So they were doing this thing where you can play with these to get like big islands and stuff like that. Alright. The number of cliffs. I don't want cliffs. Length of unset and broke. I don't want cliffs. I don't want cliffs. Cliffs are one of the things that I don't like. Everything else is probably fine. Whatever. Oh, did I want to do enemies? Yeah, we'll do enemies. Alright, so one of the first things, I checked this out last night when I downloaded it. One of the first things is that my escape key continues to not work. So we have to reprogram it to the control key, like usual, and then as is normal, our scroll wheel doesn't work, so I programmed zoom out to another button as always. Alright, so what do we got? First of all, there's no pickaxe. That's something that I've heard people talk about a couple of times now. Also, totally vanilla. No help for Samius here. Let's get this tree in here. Alright, let's get the lay of the land. Copper, some water up here. I didn't preview or anything. We just picked a good one and went. This is going to be sweet. Alright. A couple of coal. Lots of coal. Coal seems solid. Not a ton of iron. So we're not going to want to be throwing around iron into bullets like mad. Okay. Oh, that was zoomed super out. I like this more like a peninsula type thing with like big water on both sides. I think that makes a lot more sense. Hey Tlab, what's up, buddy? Old chum, old pal. Alright, how many coals do we have? We got a few coals. I like that there's like a default picking up. Okay. We'll turn all that stuff on in a minute. Let's see. How many coal or copper over here? Iron. That's the word. That's called iron. Oh. I've been playing with the even distribution mod so much. Yeah, that's a mod that I'm gonna be sad to see gone. No, there we go. While we play this vanilla. So I caught little bits and pieces of Jerry's stream this morning. Not a ton. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's nothing on the official list yet. I'm merely stating that if Wizards of the Coast wanted to make some shenanigans happen, it would be an easy way to go. Having Ravnica do the thing. I tell you, I miss having my robots. It is both dark and lonely. Yeah, I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need cola first, probably. Can we do... yeah, with something like this. I do like the new graphic for the box. Never heard it pronounced the way he did today. Well, Jerry is a longtime radio guy, so if something was pronounced a particular way, it is most likely the way that makes the most sense to those kind of people. What do you mean by those kind of people? Radio people. Radio a people. So one of the issues I've always had with Factorio is not that, or is that they don't always play the background music. I think I'm fine with it waxing and waning, obviously, but I'd like to see it get to a particular spot, like have a minimum, I guess is what I want to say. Just like, I've done that lots of times, actually, which is the reason why I try really hard not to forget it. Alright, let's take a look at this. So we can just, like, click in here and add things. How come I can't... oh, I can't put any of these things. I can't even put a blueprint on until I unlock the technology. Is it because it's the first time playthrough? On 1.7, because this is not my first time playthrough game. Interesting. Alright, slap this coal in here instead. Make another burner. No, the head's about the usual. It's about a 4 right now, but I just got up, so I'm faking it really good, I think. I shouldn't have probably taken the time to make that. But we have to have some copper for... alright, never mind. We had to make it. We didn't have to make it, but we mostly needed to make it. No, I just really enjoy this game, and I don't play it as much as I probably should. I try to play a little bit each month. Let's get the ones that look like they're dead. And they just had their big update, or their big experimental update, and we're checking it out. I don't want to say first, because we were about a week late for that, but reasonably early. For me, miles early, because I don't really enjoy experimenting with unstable or potentially unstable versions. Alright, let's see. We're going to need some power. Might as well just get all of it coming in. DDO downtime is the perfect excuse. Exactly. I was kind of hoping this thing would grab a little bit more from both, but it looks like it's going to favor the coal. Which is good, because I need lots of coal, but I would appreciate it also being a little bit of stone. I don't want to sit here and chop down stone. There we go. That'll work. Oh, I guess we should pick up this iron. Anyway, hope everyone's having a great day. Like I said, we're checking out 1.7. Which is why we don't have any of our usual like mods or stuff that we have floating around. I don't have my early game robot stuff. We might add some mods as we get into the game. Man, the trees that are... I don't know if these are all trees that are dead or just these trees that happen to be dead. But they look like massive spikes. They look like places you put your enemies when you find out that they did inappropriate things. Alright, so we can go south and check it out. We can go north and check it out. Try to get our power along this water. We have power against this water. Lots of options. Let's go check out this little body of water down here. I'm also really curious about how these biters are. I usually don't play with the mini-map either. It's kind of different. This is not that far. Right? Yeah, it's not that far. We could probably make power here work somewhere. Thing is, I really like to stick my engine like right into the trees like this. That's a long way to pump water. It's a lot of iron tied up in pipes. So I think instead we'll put it way down in the open by that. Well, we should check out this little water, I guess, although I don't want to be piping water that far either. Yeah, they're like, oh, it's probably like super dark for you guys. Let me scroll in a little bit. It's not a lot of trees over here by this water, unfortunately. So yeah, it looks like most of the trees are going to be to the west for us. Let me give this just a little bit more. Get it to... Whatever, take it all. Just take it. Wee, flashing my flashlight. Alright, I guess we better oh, excellent. Pick this stuff up. I was about to say I think I have to start mining, but thankfully we dodged it. Alright, my friend. You have a great day. Like I said, I'm just gonna chill and play some Factorio for a couple hours, take a small break around lunch or breakfast, and then I'll come back and play some more Factorio, maybe some other games. I'm open. Alright, do we want to put... Like, we put the power here. We got a long ways to trek coal, but I guess it's not probably that big of a deal. Versus being able to put the power just, like, right on the... Yeah, it's probably a reasonable change here. Yeah, I could. It depends. I don't have like plans locked in right now, so. Let's see. Can we put this pole where it connects a little bit more directly? Oh, excellent. That's perfect. That's exactly where I want that. All right, let's make a bunch of power poles. Thinking you might stream Magic since you can't stream DDO tonight. That's a perfectly reasonable and valid notion, I think. Alright, so this will be our power line. I can't zoom out and run because the way my mouse does not like... Oh... Straight lines. Straight lines. Alright, are we ready to come down? Yeah, we're ready to come down. So always the first thing I like to set up is basically self-feeding power. It's like the the thing that makes the game work when you're not paying attention to it. And, oh, that's close, but not quite. Alright. Oh, we're out of iron. Alright, but we need 5 wheels, so we'll make 5 wheels. And then we need 3 electronic circuits. Oh, one too many. That's fine. Make all. Make them all. We're going to use them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the handcrafting for days, son. For days. Alright. Yeah, this is fine. We'll just store things in a box for right now. We should probably, like, start lining things up, huh? Huh, so this doesn't actually live there. It is just a flag. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to want to get some bullets going really quickly and get these biters cleaned up pretty much as soon as I can. That was foolish, wasn't it? That was more than a little foolish. Don't want to put all of the power in, or all the fuel in there. There you go. Get some carbon in there, my friend. So good. So good. Nice hot tea. We've more than doubled, more than tripled our coal production. So I think we can take this one, pick it right up, and just move it straight back over to the iron. And then we will have doubled our iron. Quickly slap together a stone furnace so it has some place for that to go. Look at us. Look at us. We're iron having machines. Okay. Oh. Somewhere I picked up an extra piece of stuff there. Alright. I would like to get science started as early as I can so I can switch over to machines doing the hard work. But it'll probably take me a minute. I'm not trying to speed run. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to relax and, like I said earlier, have a fun. Ooh. Yeah, the even distribution mod is so good. Okay, I also miss my early game robot type thing where I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why would, if you're gonna start with robots, why do you even care about something? But I think it makes a lot of sense to have the story-wise anyway. If you're on a spaceship, you might have some robots to do some work for you. You may not know how to make new ones right away. So I like the idea of having a couple of robots. Not quite ready to go down, I don't think. Maybe here. Are we actually ready for some electric miners here? I think so. Alright. So we're going to kind of use a design that I use in a few games. A few playthroughs. Basically, it's my it's like a half automatic smelting column. Not really, but like a little bit, really. I still have to run coal over to it, or whatever I decide to use as fuel source. But I just have to fill up like one box at a time, so it's pretty good. Alright, so let's give you like 100 coal. We'll take our wood back. In fact, we'll take this wood back even. Oh, hang on. You guys still needed the coal. Nice. Let's get our science started. How many packs can we make? Make 6? Is that an iron problem? No, it's a copper problem. So let's get some copper. All the way over here. We also are going to need to take the coal and go put it in the power. We're probably at that point. Pretty close to it anyway. How much more do we have? 2. Very close. So one of the things I was thinking about doing was a Lazy Bastard playthrough. I don't know if that's still an achievement for this release of Factorio, but I assume it is. And we might do one pretty soon. I don't think we're going to do one right now because we clearly made 1,000 things. But we'll make it a possibility here pretty soon, I think. That coal has got to get fed into the... we're just going to put it here for now. Make a few more. That looks good. That looks real good. Alright, let's pick our science. Obviously, we want to start the queue there. And we get, do you have to unlock research queue or is it default? Huh. I'm not sure how it's set up now. Come on, we get these last 2 in there and then we can get started on... There we go, perfect. Get ready for our logistics bot run here. This is basically what I think of every single time I see somebody running around like this. Like, yay, Ma, look at me, I'm a logistics robot. I'm gonna go put like think 150 coal up here. I'd rather eat the coal first. I don't want to be going through trees if I can help it. In fact, I'm going to snag that wood. I just didn't want the power to go out. But we're going to need wooden boxes. And more power poles. This one? Yeah, this one's probably fine. We'll get lights running as quick as I can. It's going to take me a moment here is all. Automation is done. Alright, so I know I said it would get on lights soon, but I think we need to start our military science because we're gonna want to go get that enemy base pretty quickly here. Let's turn that around. Get started. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna go shove this burner miner onto that stone. Right here. And we're going to start using it to differentiate between the coal and the stone. Make sure that's full. Need like 3 or 4 of these assembly machines basically as soon as I can get away with it. These are done. NAs. This one's only got 21. Could probably mine this out. That's in the same line as that. Yeah, everything's okay there. We're just gonna keep moving it over. Make sure those are totally full. Alright, so we should have these machines ready. So you're just gonna make gears, you're gonna make science. I know this does not look like you would normally see something, but that's the way. I don't have to have nearly as much stuff floating around. Uh-oh. Samus no likey that. Let's take trees from away from where we actually have things going down. Extra arms here. I'm gonna snag some of these when it's not busy. Like this should more than feed this, right? Yeah, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Unfortunately, there's not a way that I can cram this one and reach that. Not without doing some weirdness. Suppose I could move this. Yeah, this might work. If I put this box up here. I can put that there and then I can get a little bit of belts going. You're gonna run out of goodies anyway. Okay, he's got 2 in there. Okay. Now we have a box that we can kind of use for our own needs as we need it. Grab this coal. We will go make sure that power is fed. We will check on this. We want to be using our crafting time, our free time as we're running around crafting something. Doesn't matter what we're crafting, as long as it's some sort of useful raw material. Okay, now we can start the lights, I think. I usually prefer having the... there's a mod where basically you can put the lights on top of the power poles. You basically build a light and build a power pole, then you glue them both together. I really like that mod. It's a mod that my friend Technical kind of got me into. As far as I know, it's not been updated yet. Again, we're kind of exploring the not modded version of Factorio right now. Hey, good morning, Peter. I do that a lot. I also am smelly. I accidentally hit the tab button so we can't see what's going on. This guy should produce enough that it feeds 2 of these, but it doesn't seem to be... Alright, is this stealing all the gears? It is. Okay. So we have a new goal. We're gonna set this one up to gear here, which means we're gonna put a furnace here. We'll put a box. I don't know if we can get another. See if we can get another. Yeah, it's too close. Just trying to get some, some like basic kind of things set up here, so I don't have to do everything by hand. Guess we could put these really super basic stuff in the... I don't have any coal on me. Do you know what the word thick means? Other than thick thighs? No. Chunky monkey. I'm old, man. I'm an old man. So old. Alright, which means this can get reclaimed. This is an iron for me. Just for me. Oh boy. Alright, we should start setting up actual smelting columns pretty soon. I think, though, before I do that, we're going to craft a couple more of these assembly machines. And we're going to go set them up by copper to start making electronic circuits. Although maybe I put one... That is a question. It might be time to increase the burner mining drill here. Actually, it might. It'll just be time to get rid of these down here. Like this little nest over here is working pretty well. Alright, lights is finished. Let's do our gun turrets. Gun turrets. Like, totally. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I think I am okay. And then we'll just, yeah, that's fine. So let's take one out. Set up some basic, like super basic stuff. We get a little bit of bricks, a little bit of furnaces going. All right, let's go set up some super basic green circuit production, some greenies. Let's see, probably this one. So I don't have to lay down an extra power pole. So you'll get turned into this. You'll get fed into. And not have more. I'm such a scrub lord. Alright, feed into this to make me some greens. Now we're out of wood. Death to this tree and the loper. Alright, turns have finished. That is a good. Then we need another in for the other box that I didn't make. And then put in the wrong spot. For, let's see, 200 iron. If I come back and there's 200 greens in there, I will not cry at all. So yeah, I must be flagged as a first playthrough still. I'm not sure what I need to do to adjust that. Nice. How's power looking? Adequate. To quote my favorite adequate Chris, adequate. Lots of copper, but we'll snag this copper so everything works. Alright, green's underway. And belt's underway. The next thing we really need to kind of solidify here is going to be our power, which will making sure that that gets fed all the time. And then we need to work on some columns here. We have, yeah, we can set up another little minor doodad like this for now. I do really like them. We need more wood. I don't want to be using metal for chests right now until we find another pile of iron on the map that we can claim. And snag a little bit of yours. Make sure those guys can keep going. Alright. Wow. 100 and 53 belts. So many. Yeah, at first I didn't like the new belts, but they're definitely warming on me. Alright, let's go ahead and adjust it. Don't quite think we're going to be... I don't think we have quite enough belts, but we'll see. I usually don't like doing stuff like this, but we're going to cut straight across. Your fault. Alright, assuming this is going to go eventually, let's see, 2, 4, 6, yeah, so we're still quite a ways away from what we need. Even the 30 that we can make in our backpack's not going to be enough. But I think that's probably pretty close to where we want to be. It's in this vicinity. So we're going to break it here and turn up at this point. Samius, run on the belt! Run on the belt, you fool! Oh, we're going to be so close. Save that one belt for us. Alright, it's probably time to increase this a little as well. Although I don't have the belts to... I don't have the belts to actually make that do anything. Actually, let's do this instead. Let's make you a solid box for now. That'll make some sense. Not years of sense, but a little bit. Alright, there's another 150 science. I like it. I'm down. This iron is for me. Go ahead and put me iron in a box. So we can keep running. And I can just look over and be like, haha, this is mine. I have been thinking about streaming on Mixler as well. There's not a lot of like DDO that I've seen on Mixler, for example. As that is my primary game, I want to be sure to give it as much love as I can muster. Now this will have 2 boxes feeding it. That's much better. This one needs 2 boxes feeding it too, if I can. So I guess we're going to shift this from just me to belts. Yeah, that's better. I don't do a lot on Periscope. I'm not sure that it would matter. Let me see if my Restream service does Periscope. The other reason why is that I know that Restream will do Mixler for free. I'm not sure it'll do Periscope for free. Oh no, it looks like it'll probably do Periscope. I could potentially also add Periscope to the list and just hit as many streaming services as possible. That would not be the worst thing in the universe. The question is, as always, what would you watch? What platforms would you prefer to see? Alright, when these guys rotate over here, now we have power automated. Automated, I don't want to say like super amazing, awesome well, but good enough. Oh yes, sweet, sweet greens. Here's all the iron I have. Keep making me those greens. Don't stop making greens. This should definitely backlog at some point. Alright, we have an extra burner miner drill. What do we want to do with it? I don't know what I want to do with it. Throw it in the box of shame, to use a Neil House phrase. I'll think about it. I'll think about it for a second. There's plenty of science for now. Let's get all the furnace boxes. Get some coal. You get a coal, and you get a coal. You get 2 coal, because I don't want to have to do this again for a while. You get 2 coal. Okay, well, looks good. Keep a little bit to go throw in these burner mining drills over on the stone. Speaking of stone, we need to grab the stone. PDQ here. We'll grab these stone bricks as well. A 2. Boop. Oh, that didn't turn this on. What turns this on? How come I can't just toggle this? How come all the blueprints need... that seems dumb. Alright, one of these is mine, right? This one's also mine. It's busy doing so. So this one's really the only one that's mine? I want to set up another one that's for me. Okay. Stole your coal. Stole your coal. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So these will be for me, and then I will throw them in a box here as well. Everything that's mine goes in a box. This is like a buffer chest because I think we have a lot of machines going into there, so I'm still some of that. Yeah, science is doing its thing. Okay, so why did we go through all that hassle? Well, the secret is not always easy. We need to build some things, including some blue science. Man, this electronics is taking for a days. We handle a second science yet? We might be able to. Let's try it. Let's try it. I think one of these should be the ratio that'll feed 2 science stations. I don't want anyone to quote me. Like, it's not, this is not a hard fact of life or anything, but I believe one of these will feed 2 of these. Alright, we're gonna need a bunch of arms and a bunch of arms. We should probably kill this base before it becomes a problem. And we need to start wandering around for out of iron. How are we out of iron? Doesn't seem right. Green science, please. Guess we better build an armor. People are saying that the biters are tough now. And it probably won't hurt to have a assembly machine making some bullets right now, I guess. This one is getting fed by 2. Maybe a couple stacks. Alright, where are we going to make our box of shame? Go hide it over here by this rock. Deep in the forest. So in the future, when kids are out playing, no. It's not loaded. Maybe it won't. Maybe it can't handle 2. Yeah, it doesn't look like it can handle 2. Alright, can we just augment it real quick? Yeah, it'll get there. Whatever. Oh, this one's got 100. Give me. Give me mine. Alright, so we have 35 arms, we have 40 stone furnaces, we have a bunch of belts. Can we... Let's grab some coal. Let's make a few lights. Brighten things up a little bit. Ta-da! And Sam said, "Let there be light," and there was, and it was okay. Yeah, so this is not made to any particular ratio. This is just me taking half of my copper and turning it into these green circuits at whatever pace they can manage. My OCD's kicked in. I don't know why I didn't just pick it all back up and put it back in correctly. Nope. Okay. Like that looked okay. We have our gun. We have our armor. We don't have that many bullets yet, but I'm hopeful we'll have some bullets when we come back over here. I want to get this little base cleaned out. Oh, we should build a couple of helpers here. Woohoo! Up to 40 bullets, you guys. 40. 41. Alright. I'm gonna make a few bullets on my own on the way. And we're gonna go check out this base. Again, it's on my mini-map, so it's close enough that there's danger. Danger mode. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of junk. I stop making bullets and I make another gun turret. Is that going to be enough to keep me alive? I don't know. I don't know how strong these baby worms are going to be. Oh, there's that dinosaur roar that people were kind of talking about, being all scary. Oh no, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Hang on. I don't have any repair kits on me either. I do not want these blowed up. Wow, the range on them. Wow, the range on him. Yeah, there's a lot. Alright, we're just gonna have to... Man, I really don't want to have to sit here and defend that stuff, but I certainly can't... Alright, I really don't want to sit there and waste bullets on it. Hey, morning, slacker. Okay, well, we're just going to have to waste some of our precious iron on a lot more bullets. That is not going to be fun. Alright, so... First things first, I guess. We know where the first real attack is going to come from. It'll come from down here. So, do we try to do something crazy? Yep, new Factorio update, 17.6. Our pollution is expanding here. I think we try to make like an outpost in this vicinity. And maybe we make our first little smelt. And you know what? Let's build our first little smelter up here in this wooded section. That sounds so bad though. We can hit this coal, bring it straight in. We just have to clean out a little bit of trees. It looks really good though. The new expansion, or the new update. they done some pretty cool things. Oh, let's build a couple of these and a couple of these while we're chopping wood. Alright, it's gonna get dark, so let's branch off. I'll put out some floodlights here so we can work in the dark. Alright, let's see if this is going to be enough. So to start with, we'll plan on 2 lines coming up. Of iron. But for now, we'll plan on 1. And then that 1 will come up to like here. Come over. Let's go there. This goes here. And then we'll give a little bit of space. Let's do one big line like that. Usually I leave an extra space in here for electric mining columns that I never put in. Or not electric mining columns, electric furnaces that I never put in. So we're not going to do that this life. We need just a little bit more room here, so let's go up just a hair more. So we're gonna have a coal like here, a there, a there, or something. It doesn't have to be coal. Like in this case, it could be the not coal. I almost always do coal on the inside, though. Is there a good reason why I do that? Does it matter? I don't know if it actually matters. And then since we're theoretically going to have 2 lines, I think this will be okay. I think it's going to be okay. And then this should jump all the way across, no problem. It's like I have some vague idea what the heck I'm doing, isn't it? It's like that, anyway. I don't have any miners on me. 'Cause I don't have any iron. Oh. Yes, finally, that's done. So we need to build... What do we need for automation 2? We need steel. Not sure why we need steel for automation 2, but I'll take your word for it there, game. I can steal from here, I can steal from here, I can steal from here. Take half of that. I mean, we're probably going to want them all eventually, but don't need them right this second. Turn everything into miners. And then not everyone will have a light, but a reasonable amount should have a light. So I'm trying to pre-line things up in such a way that they will come out flush. Our power. Oh, it's right up here. Shouldn't run to that one. Should just make this one touch. Alright, so that should start feeding. This looks good. So basically what I was trying to do is figure out how many of these trees I got to take out here to get the bigger iron running. The answer is this many. Poles. Ideally, power will come up through there. All right. Ten more, huh? Out of iron again. Man, the true game has begun. Always out of iron. Is that what I was looking to build, though? I don't think so. I don't think that's what I... Oh, no. We were building... I have no idea what I was building. What did I need iron for? I've completely lost it. Maybe 3. Arms, I guess? I mean, we do need more arms. Looks good. Alright, so normally, like I said, I would try really hard to line things up in such a way that I'm not wasting mining drills, space, all that stuff. But I think instead I'm just gonna pick of spots. Just get started. We just have got to increase our production here by a ton. I guess we don't need that one. Have a main line right over here. Alright, so that should get some iron coming in all the time. Looks like we ran ourselves out of copper here. Not really sure how that happened, but apparently. I don't know how many greens that we're going to need for this first science, but let's get him going. And then as this line starts pushing out a reasonable quality of iron here, we'll have to do some math. I don't remember what they were saying. How? Alright, can I please have my blueprints? Alright, let's look and see if it's if there's a toggle hiding in here somewhere. Oh, there's inventory. Controls in here. That's cool. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Okay. So, what option do I need for... I know, I at least have a rough idea what I'm doing. Let's see. Now, I really don't want to have to wait. Can you just... Now that I've made one, can I keep it? Alright, apparently I just can't put it here. Okay, so... That's 20 furnaces. If this was a full belt, I don't remember what the old ratio was. I certainly don't know what the new ratio is. They were... And by they, I meant a couple of the other streamers slash... YouTubers that I watched, they were talking about them fixing the belts. But I don't know what that new number is. So I think what we'll do is we'll start by continuing to add bother to put one there. Alright, looks like the power is starting to cry a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Steel processing is done. So let's get this going. It's going to take 40. We made 20. So we'll make 2 more real quick. And we'll put half in here, half in there. Let's go get our power sorted. Speaking of power sorted, this guy apparently needs some more go-go juice. Oh, that guy's out of resources. La da 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 da. Got an iron over here for our greens, but that is not uncommon right now. What's left of our iron? Ooh, nice. Have some gas. Put one there. Here, cancel those. Give me an inserter for myself. Oh, you're gonna put that inserter into the greens, aren't you? No. I need an inserter for me, for the power. Alright, that takes care of the power good enough to kind of manage for now. We should probably set up a balancer right here because this side is full and this side is working really hard. But I don't think it matters that much right this minute. We need less needs for sure. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Big old long line of iron for me. Tasty. That'll be our automation 2. And then when that finishes, we can do some stuff. All right. Aha. Thought that was strange that we didn't have a full line up there yet, and it was strange because we should have done. Alright, so all of these things are going to get picked up and moved, basically now. So, belts. Gonna go bam, bam, bam. That'll do. Tie into this line here. Alright, you'll be 1. We'll put half of these back in here. I'll make that full. And nice. Alright, what's next? We need to do the same thing with copper. This one doesn't have power. Let's go get power over here. It's ridiculous to have things without power. Utterly ridiculous. Oh, bullets. Let's not forget the bullets. When they come, they're going to come hard and fast, and we do not want to be caught with our pants down. Sam is so much entendre. That one can unfortunately not get fed into that box. So this is about ready to get picked up, though. Tasty. Bullets. We may not even want that to stop making bullets. We may just want that to continuously make bullets here. I don't think we're worried about that yet. Let's start on the wall production. Walls are going to actually be pretty hardcore. We should set up a buffering chest for me as well. Let's set up a couple of things just right here for me, right? So like, actually let's do it on this side. So first of all, we're gonna want gears for myself, and I want this to be full, like right now, and then. After gears for myself, we need... Should probably do pipes in this at some point, but I don't think we're worried about it yet. Oh man, we need steel for sure going somewhere, at least a little bit. This is totally cramped, so we need to expand this as well. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. Let's add 6 more right now, which means I need like a ton more arms. Some walls are going. Inserters. Alright, is that enough? How many is this now? 32? I don't think that's right. Let me Google Factorio 0.17 belt changes.
was on a Factorio Friday Facts. I don't see the new ratio straight up. Alright, so on Neil House's it's like Neil House TV. Yeah. He has his blueprints in here somewhere. And I think his, screw it, let's go through the YouTube channel. His website, I imagine once you know what you're doing, it probably is quite nice. But it is not laid out in a way that makes sense to me as a user here. Goodness. We have to do it like this. Yeah, that's... Hi, Q. Again, not... Hi, what's up? You want to say hi? Oh! Oh! Ah. Mm. Good morning. You need some attention? Need some attention? You having fun? Are you having fun? Is this everything you wanted in life? Was to just sit on Daddy's lap right this very second? Yeah. Mm. Are you ready to get down? You are. You ready to get down? Run around on the ground? Do all sorts of things? Yeah? Oh no! That's a no! Okay. Down? You ready to get down? Are you having fun up here? I can't tell. Your tail's wagging so hard. Okay. Let's get down. Good girl. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes the dog just needs some lovin's. See, he's got blueprint 9. I was hoping I could just like steal his blueprint and then it would show me how many furnaces are in there, but never mind. I don't know what the new ratio is then. It looks like we're just gonna have to keep expanding. This side seems good and this side seems over full. Is it just because the belt's not balanced? Increases my mining speed. Oh, now that we have access to... Oh, we need this steel. That's white. That's right. This is like a... quite a bit different. And I can't... just throw those in like that. Man. we have all this wood now, though. We have extra wood right this minute. Never mind. Carry on. Alright, got some steel going. I guess we'll put 2 more in and we'll... Alright, well I guess we'll put 3 more in and then we'll come back. Let's see how it looks when it's... done, and we'll put that light here. So how many smelters do I have in here? I have 35. That feels really off. I feel like 48 for some reason is the number, but I don't know what the current new number is. And I certainly don't want to act like I do. Alright, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably a reasonable place to start. This pole can get picked up. And what we're going to do is we're going to plan on building several more of these. We will put the next one right here. But this is not going to be for iron like it's kind of showing right now. This is going to be a copper. We need to get a little bit of the base up and running here. Now, one of the things that Neilhouse has started doing that I kind of like and I kind of don't like is he makes like this little starter base that he's already got pre-planned, where he basically pumps in the raw iron, the raw copper, and then as you fill it in, it basically builds all your green and red science for you. You can get pretty deep into it, and then he spends time building that, and then he's got to stop, rebuild something different, and then so on, and then so on. Oh, that was wrong of me. Not sure why how I got moved over like that. I'm not a huge fan of that that plan. For many reasons, but the main one being I don't like building something that I know is going to be super temporary just to make something that I know is going to be super temporary again. Let's see, so 4 should be here. I don't mind building something that will be temporary. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that I don't want to spend a lot of energy building something to just have to turn around and dismantle it super quickly. I'm so bad at placing these things. Part of the reason I have the early game robot stuff turned on. I could have installed the nanobots mod, I thought about it, but then I was like, well, I'll be cool like all the rest of the Factorio streamers for a minute and do things in hard mode and see what it's like. It's been a little while since I've played a vanilla Factorio, and there's very little time that's more fun than right when the new version comes out. Man, putting them in order like this, the lines are all a mess. I should undo all these lines and make them all nice and neat and straight. Do one here, we'll do a couple more lights. Yeah, that'll work, I think. We've got a couple more here. Looks like it's running. Alright, that looks good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put... Well, we'll look and see what makes the most sense, actually. We're not going to make any assumptions right now. I figured the raw down here would probably make the most sense, but that will probably turn out to be very wrong. And then these are just for me, right? Yeah, nice. Alright, let's compile whatever of these we can, basically. And then we're going to need a little one for coal pretty much right away. Or a little one for stone right away. If we're gonna have to do a lot of stone walls, I think, is the issue. Here's another 2 stacks. Get to work. The video game's like, you get to work. Nice. I'm really glad that had a place to land, actually. I don't plan on leaving that one there, but I'm glad that it was there to help me line up. I'm not sure how I want those to sit there yet, to be honest. Now, the early game, obviously copper is not quite as important as iron. Everything is iron all the time. But that changes, I think, very quickly now. So we might as well just do it right. Alright, so what is going to be... I guess we'll have to do this via map view. It's going to be the easiest way to get up here. We're not that far away from this area, so we could just probably cut it up and then go over. Alright, so let's get a rough idea of where. Oh, really? It's not even going to let me... Transport belt is in the way. Oh no. How am I going to lay down this transport belt if this transport belt's in the way? Man, I really hate having to chop down all these trees. I'm a big fan of having trees around. And then you'll watch my gameplay, a different gameplay or something on YouTube, and I'll just be like, death to the tree loper! But I do like having them around. They had a nice service to the game, and it's hilarious. Like, my best friend in the world, Tabrell, we're not the same kind of environmentalist. Like, I believe that a lot of these things are up to us as individuals to take care of, because I don't know. I guess I'm a big libertarian guy, and this is coming around full circle, so hang on. Don't get mad at me. But I feel like we should all be doing our own small part to help the environment. And so we'll be playing Factorio or something, and I'll be like, that's it, screw the environment. And he'll be like, see, I knew your true colors would come out, as I like build like 47 steam engines or just chop down a whole forest to make room for my steam engines or whatever. It's like, ah! I said he's a much more protectionist than I am right now when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So I think it's a fun compare and contraction when I think about stuff like this. Death to the interloper. Okay, so that should be it should be copper underway. Alright, at some point we're going to have 4 lines here, 4 lines there. So I think what we'll do is we'll make this the no, we'll take this. We're gonna take this all the way down here and then cut it kind of over. Because at some point we're going to. At some point that will become the whatever. Get out of the way. That'll become an iron. Just not yet. Something actually, I'm going to take this and I'm going to make this my path. Samius, that's a weird place for a path. So, this isn't going to be a path like a driving path, walking path all the time. This is going to be a Roboport path. For now, it will be a walking, driving path. But in the near future, it will be a Roboport path, which also means this is where I'm going to move the power to. And we'll have to kind of plan around that a little bit. So if we go 1 and 2, that fits nicely. Then we'll give ourselves a couple of spaces in 1 and 2, and that fits pretty nicely. Okay, so if this goes 1, 2, 3, if this all is iron and this becomes 4 copper, although we probably put copper closer over here, that means one of these can be our stone
pretty easily. So let's start lining up our stone here. This is kind of where the military 2 would be quite good. Oh, we must be out of green science packs. Or, copper, I mean. Yeah, I'm torn. I'm actually really, really torn here. So on one hand, I know I'm going to need the walls. On the other hand, I really need to get the science up and running a little better. If I don't get the science up and running, I'm going to be stuck feeding everything forever. And I can't maintain that. So let's abort that, and let's start our basic science here. Which actually, step 1, that's not even going to be science. Step 1 has got to be greens if we're going to build things kind of in my manner. Let's grab a blueprint book. Yeah, let's go like that. And then, where'd the blueprint book go? Yeah, here we go. Let's put this in our blueprint book, and let's grab another blueprint. Oh, does it not? Huh, sweet. It doesn't eat the old blueprint now. Okay, I just killed it. Oh, it has to take a spot in the inventory. Okay. That's so weird. Compared to before, I guess. Okay. So trying to figure out how to organize my thoughts here. I apologize. First of all, let's change you. In. Alright, so remember how I said I hate building things that are just like super temporary? This is me being a hypocrite. I just want to get something going automatically here because we're going to be building a lot of stuff and I don't want to have to be building everything by hand. Alright, so start like this. Let's do it the opposite way. Alright, the first thing I like to build when I build greens. I've changed my model on greens. I do not like this layout. I think it is inefficient and it looks nasty. That could be wrong. It may be the best way to go, but it's not the style that I like anymore. I've changed my opinion. Instead, I like this other method that we're going to be using a lot more. It is what I have been doing in my personal playthroughs, like for giggles. For the giggles. And I think it works pretty pretty well. Let's go here, I think. This is not quite the exact same design that I've been doing. How far off is it from the line? Yeah, it's plenty far. But it's... I think this will work. People are going to be like, Samus, that looks terrible. It's all sorts of big. And it is. And you're not wrong. But I personally find this to be more space efficient, and I'd rather have, I don't know. It's just the way I prefer it, I guess. Uh-oh. We just triggered an alien attack due to pollution. Where? Okay, let's put a couple of guns here. That is not the worst. We can get there and we can take care of that. Oh, run, your little feetses. Alright, let's fix this up. I'm really curious where that guy came from, though. Let's whip out this radar. Seriously, that is where I have the other one? I'll look at the map and I'm gonna be like, no, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, you win. You win, video game. I should never have doubted you. Oh, too far. Alright, so yeah, this one's not going to be covered by that radar placement. Boy, put a couple of guns down here anyway. If I can't squeak through. Ah, no squeak through, so bad. Okay. I think we're ready to dismantle this. Nice. We can reclaim these poles. That sloppy mess is doing its thing. Let's get some bullets going. Again, I'm not really sure what's going on. I know there's a Q that you can use now, but for whatever reason it's
A science queue. I'd like to load up a couple of things in the science queue, but it's not taking. All right. Apparently, I can't click things today. Something's got to skip. So we'll skip this way. Alright, so I definitely need iron down to here. Then we'll need several of these. Stack. So what'll happen is eventually this area here will also become what is essentially another pseudo running path. This one will actually be the running path and the driving path, and this will be just for, again, roboports and the main power lines will come down off of this and then over. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump this over. This will be our copper in. It will eventually take more. It can expand quite a bit. You also get to plug in a lot of cool stuff by doing this like this. For now that can go like that. So it'll pick up and it'll make a whole bunch of copper plates. This is, I can't quite go right there, buddy. Kind of sucks, as I would like this to attach straight down without me having to do any extra work, but it's fine. We'll run it down like that, and then let's throw a light in here. So also lights will go in this. Lights will go in these patterns as well, but okay, so I feel like this is super easy to expand. It takes like very minimal effort to expand this. When the time comes, it's easy to upgrade. You upgrade these, you upgrade the belts. Bam. You've got your greens being made basically at the top of your line. At the top of your bus. Just something that I often have issues with. Yeah, I don't think we have anything planned here. So we should be able to go pretty simply like this. Turrets are engaged in the enemy, so where's that enemy coming from? It either like is not working or it's a million. Is it here? Must be here if they're attacking there. I guess it could be this attacking straight up. Although I figured they would come this way if they're attacking from down there, right? We'll see. Alright, so now we have that. We have greens. It's after 2. Part of me would like to save enough room to also glue in the reds right up here. And if I had better planning, I could do that. But since I'm not a better planner, we're just going to start putting our signs together. We're going to leave plenty of room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be the start of our science. This will make a couple different ways we could go here, right? So we could go this, and we could go reds, and we can have like an iron or steel come in, or yeah, an iron come in like here, and that goes up, and then we just have to feed copper in like this. It's probably the best way to go for this particular tier of science. Wow, the assembly machine 2s take steel now. Intriguing. Intriguing. Okay, which means we gotta get the steel up and running even earlier than we kind of first. Like, we have lots of steel. We can make plenty of these assembly machine 2s, but it was not on my radar. Alright, so what makes the ones? Iron plates. Iron in circuits. Iron circuits. Can we glue it in someplace real easy? Not. Yeah, we could probably glue it in right here, right? I just want someplace that's gonna make some of these without me having to like sit here and click a million times, you know? Alright, so again, lots and lots of hacks I'm fully aware of and will admit to using lots and lots of hacks today. The problem is this isn't going to matter. It's going to move super slow. But I suppose if it literally makes me any why I'm not paying attention, it's going to be Value Town. Okay. So that's, whoa, that's not what we had talked about. Missing iron plates. How's our copper, or not our copper, our gears and stuff? We need some more gears. Wouldn't hurt to grab some of these belts. Or undo that gear. We don't need that one. See, even this off ratio mess is pumping them out pretty quick. These can become green or blue. Actually, this would be more efficient to be blue. These things do produce relatively quickly. As long as they're not waiting on materials. They're not like lightning speed, but they're pretty quick. Alright, so... Man, I need to get some more bricks going. Let's see. Alright, so copper here. Iron here. Then we'll slap a few lights down. Okay. Alright, and now comes the real challenge. Because now we need to start making a green science. Nice thing about greens... Oh, let's output this thing. Make a huge mess. Alright. So nice thing about green science is it's going to also make us a few extra goodies. It's going to get us, hopefully, some basic arms in place. Normally what I would do is I would just put them like here. But we need this one. Hey, stop it. Bad. Bad should feel bad. Okay, so grab this. We don't have any more. Get some green or some blues getting made here. Like that. I feel like that should just go ahead and be an assembly machine too as well. Just make sure that those are full. Alright, then you need a green. The easiest way to get a green will be right here. Like so. I like these linear build across methods. I think it makes a lot of sense to kind of build this way. Alright, now making sure that this is still also a transport belt. It is. So we'll need transport belts to be added to this here. And we have several options. We can build transport belts basically the exact same way that we're doing this one here. Where we make a gear and... I mean, that's probably the easiest way to do it. The other option is that we build a really complicated series of kind of also build our belt array here, and we ship some percentage of the belts up this direction. I kind of like that idea. I've never tried it before. And maybe that'll be something that we just leave room for and we give it a shot. Like maybe that's the next thing we go ahead and build is our belt array. And we see if we can't glue them in together.
I do think it would work really nicely. Oh, that's supposed to be greens, isn't it? That's not supposed to be iron. Is there a way that I can get greens in here without having to make that a green belt? It would just work out so much nicer if I didn't have to do that. Let's do this. It's a little bit tighter. Oh, and I've got to go a little higher even. Not big, I don't think. Let's do... What happens if this goes like that, and then this guy comes right here, and we'll just do a half line here. This way we got a nice buffer. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't need it to be a full line. Something is incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be right. No, that's correct. Okay. That is correct. Alright, so now science should be running. I want 50. I am so used to that being, this being an actual spot. Alright, so why that's going, let's see, we have 2, 7, 12, 15. 15 looks like a reasonable number, I think. I haven't mathed. This is 6 and this is 5. So we have 6 and we have 6. Go a little bit more than 6 and 6, I guess. Whoa. No, that's correct. Give me all these. So what I mean about nice things? Little goodies. Why is this not getting power from this? Oh, I must have disconnected the power somehow. Like a fool! Alright, toot sweet. Toot sweet. And then we can run our... We can run our science this way, I guess, and through the trees. I'm a little concerned about bugs eating the science. I don't want to be very close to that. Maybe we just run this way. bunch more poles. Alrighty. We'll get those other ones in a minute. So science here should basically just go like, we should be turning on the afterburners of science. Basically as soon as we connect these. This one probably needs to be quicker than that. After that, I feel like they can slow down. Okay. We get those other sciences up and running. Oh, power just took a big old kick in the nuts as well. That's all right. Double up our power again. Those should get distributed nicely. And then we'll set up a couple of guns. Nope, too close. You'll see me do stuff like this a lot, where I'll put like a small stack of bullets in a box and have both guns on this side feed it. It's a little bit more expensive than just putting the bullets directly into the gun, but it's you only have to put piles of bullets in one spot. Alrighty, we've got those furnaces, or those electric engines done. Don't. We can now start on some shenanigans here. So I'm torn. On one hand, I'd really like to get car up and running because I feel like the car makes it a lot easier to kill biters, especially at this early stage. But I also would not be opposed to having solar up and running at an early stage. I also would not be opposed to having the better furnaces. We don't really have a lot of stone to spare for that, though. Because you got to smelt the stone into stone bricks. Yeah, we better just... Circuit network, though, is so good. Alright, let's get engine going. Like I said, I'm not sure why we don't have our military queue yet, but... Or our science queue yet. Certainly does not seem legit. That should ramp up the coal coming from there for this power. And then we'll come down here, we'll increase the coal, and then we'll probably take a break. I want to get some breakfast now that we're into a breakfast time. Breakfast time in the city.
Shaka? Oh, did not have the power. And do we want to just go right ahead and double it again? Probably would not hurt. Just to go straight in and double it a second time. Alright, so now, yeah, we are sitting pretty in Power Land. Let's do, again, just another temporary hack here. Yeah, let's get that copper, or that coal out of my backpack. As we mentioned, the science is just going crazy now. Copper looks great. Oh, there's a little base up there. That's probably the problem. Oh, maybe we do want grenades now. Some steel. I like it. You're good on that. This is probably okay. We can probably let's keep that running. Ah, sweet. Oh no. Foolish mortal. And I tell you, having all this iron is a problem that I am okay with. Although we're about to... Oh, we're full again. We're full again, alright. So we're gonna do I don't know how many of you watch Neil House, but I'm a reasonable Neil House fan, I guess. And if you are a Neil House fan, you'll recognize this kind of design. On one hand, he is definitely burning some extra power having these arms do this. On the other hand, it sets up a nice place that you can walk up, grab things,
And also sets up a nice additional buffer, since we don't have warehouses or anything right now. Let's finish cleaning up this mess. And then we have 3. Let's make a few more than 3. Whoa! Let's not be building greenies. We have a box of them sitting right here. Let's turn this off actually. Let's put a couple of those. Let's double or triple this up. I don't like this player in the way nonsense. Like, I know this is where I'm standing, but put it down anyway. How dare you question your god. We're watching a lot of Stargate. It's a lot of how dare you question your god in Stargate. So we doubled that up. Let's add some lights, just so it doesn't look completely like trash. Every other one looks okay. These guys are knocking the greens out with a vengeance. But as we do more things here, we'll definitely go through them very quickly. Assembly machine's in the way. Everything's in the way. Wow, why are we still crafting these? Oh, gross. I wasn't paying any attention to what. And we can't replace the old inserters by putting new inserters on top of them. I didn't look at my pattern. I feel bad. Let's get the blues down here. There we go. So now we ramped up the greens. Not that we really need it too much more ramped up yet. We will be going through greens like they're going out of style pretty quickly. To the point where I'm going to go ahead and start a second green now. Just for throughput situation. Did we not start another science? Thought I started the military science. I feel drunk. Go home, Samius, you're drunk. So something that's important about this, we'll get to the point where we'll need to put a splitter down, and then under underground belt these guys out. This is part of the reason we left room to do that. Let's do more bullets. We're gonna have to go clear those biters in a second. And now is the time to slap down the rest of these. And my stomach is reminding me that I have not broken fast yet this morning. So, what we'll do is we'll get this up and running. I'll take a little bit of offline time to do a couple of things for myself here. We'll probably clean these trees out, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me chop trees for hours. And we'll come back in probably an hour or 3, and we'll play for a little bit longer, and then we'll see if Dungeons & Dragons Online is finished with their updates. I'm not sure. It sounds like it might even go through the night. I mean, they did say 22, 24 hours or something. They went offline at 1 a.m. this morning. So there's always a chance that they can wrap up early, but if they don't, then we'll probably be playing Factorio or Magic or FTL or whatever all day long. Alright, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, follow buttons, depending on where you're watching at. And when we come back, I will have these trees dead, and I will have the stone in there getting started. And we might even have successfully started to shift down the copper. Although, if I want the copper to go someplace, it will be over here. And that means I have to work this all around, and I don't want to do that right now. So we'll be working on that, and then next time we will next time hopefully we will start on things like the iron smelting. I kind of want to experiment with the iron smelter. I have a different idea than what a few people have been up to. I'm not sure it'll work, but I kind of want to check it out. And yeah, I think that's good enough for now. All right, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys in a few hours. Toots.